So welcome you all for tomorrow online classes. We are discussing the chapter oscillations. In these oscillations now, so yesterday we completed level 2 questions. So let us start today. In this class we will see the remaining some important models which we did not get in level 2 of level 3. Okay. So this is level 3 questions. I selected some questions which are new models which not came in level 2. Okay. So let us see the question number 2. 4 simple harmonic vibrations are given. In this question number 2, how many simple harmonic vibrations are there? 4 simple harmonic vibrations are there. X1 is equal to 8 into sine omega into t. And x2 is equal to 6 into sine omega t. That is pi by 2, not p by 2. So that is our pi by 2. And x3 value is equal to 4 into sine omega t plus pi. The last one is x4 is equal to 2 into sine omega t plus 3 pi by 2. Okay. Now what they are asking us? So these 4 are super inputs. They are asking us to calculate what is the resultant amplitude. So resultant amplitude to calculate we will apply parallelogram law. But as per the parallelogram law we can add only 2 at a time. So for that reason, I will consider first one and third one. First one phase value omega t, second one phase value omega t plus pi. What is the phase difference between the first one and third one? Will be of pi. Correct? 180. When phase difference is 180, the resultant of first and third given by A13 is equal to A1 minus A2. Why? Because what is the resultant amplitude formula? Root over a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 into a1 into a2 into cos phi. Whenever phi value 180, so a value a1 minus a2 or a2 minus a2. When I will get a1 minus a2, if a1 greater than a2. So can I write since a1 is 8 and a3 is 4. So that's why a1 minus how much? So a1 value minus which one? A3. So which is given by 8 minus 4. So how much I got? 4. That is the value of a1. Similarly, the phase difference between the second one and fourth one. So this is the general formula. That phase difference value given by 5. So which one? 2, 3. Will be also equal to pi by 2. Why? Because here omega t plus pi by 2, omega t plus 3 pi by 2. If you subtract these both, 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2 will be equal to, so pi, not pi by 2, it is pi only. What is the resultant of these both given by? So that is 823. So 823 value given by, so 823 is equal to how much? Will be, so A2 minus, this is A24, A2 minus A4, A2 value 6 minus 2, which is our 4. Now, what is the resultant phase angle? We can calculate the phase angle between, so this one thing, what is the resultant phase angle here? I get tan theta formula. So tan theta is equal to, generally what is the formula for tan theta? Tan theta is equal to, so B into sin theta divided by a plus b into cos theta. By using that formula, so we can calculate the resultant phase of first and third and second and fourth. So from that calculation we can show that the first and third and second and fourth both are mutually perpendicular. When both are mutually perpendicular, the resultant amplitude value given by root over, so a13 whole square plus a23 whole square. But when you can calculate this means, when you know the phase angle between first and third and second and fourth. So first and third phase difference you know. The resultant of first and third you can calculate. So resultant phase difference. The first and third and second and fourth phase difference value will be 90. Then I can write a value root over a13 4 square plus 4 square. So which is given by, so root 2 or 2 into 4 square. 1/4 will come to numerator, which is 4 into root. Clear? I think you can calculate. So what about the second one and third one, or first one and third one is there now? The first one and third one will be perpendicular to second one and fourth one. Correct? So these both second, first, third and second and fourth will be mutually perpendicular to each other. That you can calculate by using this formula. So that is b into sin theta divided by a plus b into cos theta. Okay na? Next, this is question number 2. So next question number 8. I have not selected all questions, only few selected questions. Which models we did not get before. Okay? In this question, already the synopsis we discussed. The velocity of a particle performing accretion, linear accretion, are 0.13 meters per second and 0.12 meters per second from the mean position. So when it is 0.12 meters and 0.13 meters from mean position, find the period and amplitude. So what we want to calculate is, now two velocities are given. First one v1, value is 0.12, 0.13 meters per second. At a displacement of y1, 0.12 meters. And one more given velocity v2, which is 0.12 meters per second at a displacement of y2 value 0.13 meters. This is the data given. Now what they are asking us to calculate, what is the time period and amplitude. We want to calculate what is t value and what is a value. Already we have written t formula whenever they give. Actually, what is the formula for velocity? V is equal to v1 is equal to omega into root of r, can I write a square minus y1 square. Similarly, what is v2? Omega into root of r, a square minus y2 square. Can I write r? By dividing these both, what I get? v1 by v2. v1 by v2 value is equal to how much? So is equal to root of r, or v1 square by v2 square is equal to a square minus y1 square divided by a square minus y2 square. Okay now? So by using these two relations, we can calculate the value of a value. First, let me calculate the value of which one? So I will calculate the value of time period. To calculate time period, I want omega. For calculating omega, can I write v1 square minus v2 square. Since v1 greater than v1 square minus v2 square value is equal to, so omega square into a square minus y1 square, a square minus y1 square minus omega square into a square minus y2 square. Correct? Then what is the answer which is given by omega square into a square minus omega square into y1 square minus omega square into a square plus omega square into y2 square. Can I write down? Omega square into a square, omega square into a square cancel, which is v1 square minus v2 square. So remaining term, can I take omega square common? If I take omega square common, y2 square minus y1 square, so is equal to v1 square minus v2 square. From this, what is the value of omega is equal to root over, so v1 square minus v2 square divided by y2 square minus y1. Correct? Omega value 2 pi by capital T is equal to root over v1 square minus v2 square by y2 square minus y1 square. Correct? So from this, what is the value formula for T? T is equal to 2 pi into root over y2 square minus y1 square by v1 square minus v2 square. Derivation not necessary. I think that time I given the formula directly. Now you can derive this. Then this is the formula for T. Can I substitute? So 2 pi into root over. So what is y2 square minus y1 square? y2 square, v2 square, y2 square minus y1 square, 0.13 whole square minus 0.12 whole square divided by v1 square value 0.13 whole square minus 0.12 whole square. So this will cancel. So what I get answer for t? 2 into pi, which is 3.14. So answer is 6.28 seconds. Okay now? You can remember the general formula for t. By remembering this general formula for t, easily you can do. Every time no need to derive this much lengthy. So if you remember the general formula, you can do this. Then after this, amplitude value to calculate. These are the given equations. Can I call equation 1 and equation 2? Here what I did? 1 minus 2. Now to calculate amplitude, divide equation 1 with equation 2. So tell me what I will get? V1 by V2 or V1 square by V2 square. Omega cancel. A square minus Y1 square by A square minus Y2 square. Cross multiply. So A square into V1 square minus V1 square into Y2 square is equal to A square into V2 square minus, so which one? V2 square into Y1 square. Send A term to one side. So A square into V1 square minus V2 square is equal to how much? Is equal to, so V1 square into Y2 square minus V2 square into Y1 square. Correct? What is the value of A given by? A is equal to root over how much I get? So which is equal to V1 square into Y2 square minus V2 square into Y1 square divided by V1 square minus V2. This is the general formula to calculate amplitude. Substitute the values of V1 value and V2 value and Y1 value and Y2 value. After total simplification, you will get the answer 0.1769 meters. Question understood? So you have to remember these two formulas. Whenever velocity at two different positions are given, how to calculate which one, how to calculate the value of time and the time freedom and amplitude. Okay, this is question number 8. So after completion of this question number 8, so next one, question number 10. In this question, what we want to calculate is what they given. The force on a body executing SHM they given. So when a body executing SHM, the force value given. How much force value given? So force value is equal to how much? 2 newtons. Force acting on a body is 2 newtons. When displacement is 2 centimeters. So what is the displacement value? Is 2 centimeters. Now, if the amplitude of oscillation is 5 centimeters, what is the total energy associated with the SH? Question what do we want to calculate? Total energy value we want to calculate. See this, in this 10, force acting on a body executing SHM, F1 is 2 newtons. When displacement y is equal to 2 centimeters or 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. If the amplitude of oscillation A value 5 centimeters, 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, they are asking us to calculate total energy. Total energy formula 1 by 2 into m omega square into A square. A value, still which value you want? M into omega square value. How can we calculate m into omega square value given by? So what is the formula for F? F is equal to K into S. Can I write? So F is equal to K can be written as m into omega square into S. Since what is K? So omega square is equal to root over K, or omega value is equal to root over K by M. K value is equal to M into omega square. From this, here can I call displacement value Y? So from this M omega square value F divided by Y, which is 2 divided by So 2 into force value 2, displacement value, so 2 into 10 power minus, how much I will get? 100 I will get. Substitute in this total energy formula. Total energy is equal to 1 by 2 into m omega square value 100 into amplitude value 5 into 10 power minus 2 whole square. So then what I get the answer given by total energy is equal to, this is 25 by 2 into 10 power of minus 4 into 10 power of plus 2. So then which is equal to 12.5 into 10 power of minus 2 joules. Question understood? What we want to calculate? Force given, displacement given, amplitude given, asking us to calculate what is the total energy. Okay, this is question number 10. Next, question number 16. Important model. So what is this question number 16 is, a block of 0.5 kg placed on a horizontal platform. System is making vertical oscillations about a fixed point with a frequency. So block connected to a spring. Now block is executing SHM with a frequency given as 0.5 Hz. So frequency given means time period is 1 by f, which is 10 divided by 5, which is of 2 seconds. Find the maximum amplitude of oscillation. So they are asking us to calculate the maximum amplitude of oscillation. What is the mass of the block? Block mass given it as 0.5 kg. So then force value F is equal to mg. F can be written as K into x of spring constant value given up. So they are not given the spring constant value. What they are asking us to calculate? Find the apparent weight of the block at the lower extreme position and the amplitude value of. So how can you calculate the value of amplitude? So F is equal to m into E. MA value is equal to mg. So m value cancel. A is acceleration. So acceleration at extreme position, omega square into A is equal to g. Omega value is 2 pi by t into whole square into A is equal to g, which is, so A value is equal to g into t square by 4 into pi square, where t is the time period. So g value how much? G value nearly of 10 into t square value 2 square by 4 into pi square value 3.14 whole square. How much? 3.14 whole square. Amplitude you will get approximately. This is 10 into 4 by, so 4 into, this is also nearly can be taken as 4. If it is not 9.87, if I take 9.87, then after simplification you will get the answer 0.9927, very close to 1. 0.9927 meters. That is the calculation of which one? So calculation of amplitude. After calculation of amplitude, what they are asking us to calculate is, so what is the apparent weight of the block at the lower extreme position? So lower extreme position they are asking, now block is executing SHM. Block will move to and fro. So it is moving this side and also this side. So can I call this position is P and this position is Q? Which is the lower extreme position? So P is the lower extreme position. For this lower extreme position, what is the formula to calculate the, so which one? Now block is oscillating, it is moving up and down. So what can I able to write is T minus mg. They are asking us to calculate apparent weight. So apparent weight is nothing but T minus mg is equal to m into v square by r. So T value is given by m into v square by r plus mg, which can be also written as mg plus v can be written as r into omega, m into omega square into v. This is the expression. This tension value will give you apparent weight. So what happened to the weight of the block when it is moving down and up? So when it is moving down, so weight value at lower extreme position, when it reaches to lower extreme position, it will start moving upwards. Now this is the case, the body moving vertically upward direction. When it is moving accelerating vertically up, then what is the formula for the weight that is given by mg? Or otherwise, whenever the body moving up, T formula m into g plus a now. But here which is equal to mg, a value m into so omega square into e, which is given by T. Correct? This condition you know apparently. At lower extreme position when block reaches, it will start moving up. Whenever lift is moving up, what is the tension formula? M into G plus E. But now block is executing SHM. What is the acceleration value? Omega square into E at extreme position. So that's why total value mg plus m into omega square into E. Understood? So this is question number 16. Next, question number 18. So altogether in level 2, so I have selected 15 questions, 1-5. So today we will complete these 15 questions. Then in the next class, we will start a new chapter. In this question, body of mass 10 grams is making simple harmonic motion along a straight line with a time period. Body executing SHM with a time period of t value pi by 4. And maximum displacement, that is amplitude. Amplitude is 10 centimeters, 10 into 10 power minus 2 meters, which is 10 power minus 1 meter. Find the energy of the oscillation. So total energy. What is the total energy value? And what is the average kinetic energy value? Average kinetic energy value. Total energy value 1 by 2 into m into omega square into a square. Average kinetic energy value 1 by 4 into m into omega square into a square. By knowing the total energy, if you divide with 1 by 2, so you will get the answer of which one? So this average kinetic energy. Correct? So total energy value, this 1 by 2 into m into omega can be written as 2 pi by capital T whole square into e square. So can I substitute the values of what is the mass they given? Mass of the body 10 grams. 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg, which is 10 to the power of minus 2 kg. Correct? So which is given by 1 by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into 2 pi. So 2 pi by pi by 4 whole square into amplitude value how much now? 10 power of minus 2. Okay? So I will write this one later, which is given by so 1 by 2 into 10 power minus 2 into pi value cancel. 4 to the 8 square into 10 power of minus 2. So what I will get? 64 by 2 into 10 power plus 2 minus 2 cancel. 64 by 2, sorry, this is both are minus 2 only, not cancel, into 10 power of how much I got? 10 power of minus 4. No, here somewhere. Mass value 10 power minus 2 kg, amplitude value 10 power minus 1. So 1 by 2 into m into omega square into e square. So what we are getting is 1 by 2 into mass value given 10 grams. 10 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg. That is 10 to the power minus 2 kg by 2 pi by t whole square into a square. A value amplitude they given 10 centimeters. The 10 centimeters will be 10 to the power minus 1 meters. So no doubt, answer correct only ours. That is 32 into 10 power minus 4 joules. It is not 10 power minus 2. We get 10 power minus 4. Once if you have any doubt, you also check 1 by 2 into m into omega square into a square. 1 by 2 into m into 2 pi by t whole square into a square. 1 by 2 into mass value as per data 10 power minus 2 into 2 pi by t value pi by 4 into amplitude value into e square now. Amplitude value given 10 power minus 2. Then total answer 30. This is the correct one. So what about average kinetic energy? Average kinetic energy will be equal to 1 by 4 into m into omega square into a square. Average kinetic energy is 1 by 2 times the total energy. Correct? So 1 by 2 times the 32 into so 10 to the power of minus 4. How much I will get? 16 into 10 power minus 4 joules. Okay na? So which option is correct? 32 and 16. First option correct only, but it is 10 to the power of minus 4. Okay? This is question number 18. Next question. Question number 20. So what is this question is? At some instant, the velocity and acceleration of a particles of mass m in a section are a and b, and the angular frequency value is omega. They are asking us to calculate what is the maximum kinetic energy at some instant. So what is velocity? Question number 22. So a is velocity. Some instant, the velocity and acceleration of a particle of mass m. So a velocity, a is equal to, so a is given by b, which is equal to omega into root over a square minus 1 square. B is the acceleration. So acceleration I write. That acceleration formula given by minus omega square into y. Now they are asking us to calculate maximum kinetic energy Ke max in terms of a, b and omega. So maximum kinetic energy formula 1 by 2 into m omega square into a square, which can be written as 1 by 2 into m into this omega square into a square can be written as a square minus b square by omega square. If you want, you can check it. So in place of what I written a square minus b square by omega square, in place of omega square into a square, what is a square minus b square by omega square? A square value, so omega square into a square minus y square, correct? Minus b square value, so b square value omega square, omega power 4 into y square by omega square. Omega square 1, omega square cancel. So what is left? Omega square into a square minus omega square into y square minus omega square into y square, cancel, which is equal to omega square into a square. That is the value of which one? A square minus b square by omega square. Okay, Nana? Therefore, what is the maximum kinetic energy? Will be given by 1 by 2 into m into a square minus b square by omega square. So this is question number 20. Next, question number 26. This question, so I think key answer wrong, means we will not get the options. We will check it. So in this question, what they given is a clock regulated by a second pendulum keeps correct time. During summer, the length of the pendulum increases to 1.02. That is for seconds pendulum. For seconds pendulum. So you know that second pendulum time period value is 2 seconds. T1 value is 2 seconds. And its length value already you know, that is 100 centimeters or 1 meter. During summer, so length value increases to 1.02 meters. Now they are asking how much slowly, how much will the clock will gain or loss in 1 day. Whenever length value increase, time period value increase. When time period value increase, then what happens? So it will take more time to complete oscillation. So there is a loss of time. So how can I calculate the loss or gain of time? That loss of time given by the formula. So loss of time. That is, or otherwise I will write before that time is going to be lost. T formula 2 pi into root over L divided by G. So T directly proportional to root L. Then, so what I will get T2 by T1 is equal to root over L2 by L1. If I want to calculate, so which one? Loss of time. T2 minus T1 minus 1 is equal to root over L2 value 1.02 by 1 minus 1, which is T2 minus T1 divided by T1 is equal to 1.02 value also very close to 1. So that is 1.00995 minus 1. So by 1. I written this is root value. Root value is 1.00995 minus 1. So which is given by delta t. Delta t by t1 will be equal to, this is 0.00995. So what is loss of time? Loss of time per day. Per day. Time is going to be lost, which is given by, which is delta t into 86,400. Why 86,400 per day? So what is the last time now in seconds? 24 into 60 into 60. So which is given by, here what is delta t value? Can I write down? Delta t value is 0.00995 into t1. T1 value 0.00995 into 2 into 86,400. You simplify this, you are getting answer around 1714 seconds. They given third option 1180 seconds. Okay, but no doubt this is correct only. You can check it once whether square root of 1.02 value how much. This is question number 26. Next. So question number 28. What is this question is? In this question number 28, so what is the question they given is? Simple pendulum has a time period t1 on the earth's surface, t2 at a height r above the earth's surface. Question number 8. What is t? When pendulum was there on the earth's surface, 2 pi into root over L divided by G. When it is taken to a height h, 2 pi, length value as it is L by GH. But GH formula, GH is equal to, or GH by G, G inversely proportional to R square. What is the relation between capital G and small g? So G is equal to Gm by R square. So G inversely proportional to R square. Acceleration due to gravity at a height by acceleration due to gravity on the surface will be equal to, so R square by R plus H whole square. But here they given H value is equal to R. Then what I will get? GH by G will be equal to R square by R plus R whole square. Then what I will get? GH by G is equal to R square by, this is 4R square. R square cancel. Then GH value is, or GH by G is equal to 1 by 4. Now they are asking the ratio. This one they called it as T1 and this one they called it as T2. They are asking the ratio T2 by T1. T2 by T1 is equal to root over G divided by GH. So what is G divided by GH value? GH by G value 1 by 4. G by GH value is 4. Then which is equal to root 4. That root 4 value is equal to, question understood? Simple one. So directly you can calculate. So this question, that is 28. Next, in question number 34. Question number 34. Question number 30 already we discussed in circular motion. So tension is the same, maximum at lower end. That's why I skipped that. Question number 34. In this question number 34, so important model what they given is a simple pendulum having a time period t and 5t by 4. They start vibrating at the same instant from the mean position in the same phase. There are two pendulums are there. One pendulum having time period is t and other pendulum having time period of 5 into t by 4. Actually one pendulum of shorter length, one pendulum of longer length. How we know which one longer, which one shorter? Longer time period value more, shorter time period value less. Which is greater? T greater or 5t by 4 greater or 5t by 4 greater. So that's why the second one is of longer, first one is of short. Now what they are telling is, so they start vibrating at the same instant from the mean position. Initially both are in the same phase. From the mean position in the same phase. The phase difference between them when the pendulum of higher time period complete one oscillation. But you know that both will not take same time to complete one oscillation. Longer one will take more time compared with the shorter one. Now they are asking us to calculate when longer one completed one oscillation, what is the phase difference between these two? To calculate the phase difference, so let me calculate the time difference, time period difference, 5t by 4 minus t. How much I will get? Which is of t by 4. Whenever a time difference of t by 4, you know that. So time difference of t by 4 corresponding to, if I plot the graph, generally phase is nothing but state or condition regarding position of a particle executing SHM, right? So I can express the phase value in terms of pi or either in terms of t. So 0, here I will get pi. So here I will get this one, pi by 2, then pi, then 3 pi by 2, then 2 pi. Whereas in terms of time was 0, here time period is t by 4, here time period is t by 2, here time period is 3t by 4, and here time period is t. Even you can also calculate, there is a relation is there between phase difference and time difference also. So directly also you can tell, corresponding to that t by 4, the phase difference value is equal to how much? Pi by 2 value nothing but 90. Question clear? Even you can also calculate. So in terms of phase difference or time difference also, but directly also you can tell. For the phase difference pi by 2, so time difference value t by 2. Okay na? Or phase difference value is equal to, so t by 2 pi, phase difference value is equal to 2 pi by t into time difference. Even that formula also you can use. So what is the phase difference? Phase difference value is equal to, which is 2 pi by t into time difference. Okay now? So what is 2 pi by t into time difference of t by 4? T cancel. What I will get answer? Pi. This is the relation between phase difference and time difference. Phase difference is equal to 2 pi by t into time difference. Okay now? So this is question number 35. Next, question number 40. So what is this question number 40? Is the time period of a body suspended by a spring is t. Now what will be the new time period if the spring is cut into two equal parts? If the same mass is suspended from the one part. In this question what they given? First, the time period of a body is suspended by a spring. One body suspended by a spring. Time period value t. T is formula 2 pi into root over m divided by k. Now they cutted the spring into two parts. So what is the spring constant of each part? Total spring constant k, because cutting into two equal parts, spring constant value will become 2k. Each part spring constant 2k. Now the same block is attached. When the same block is attached, what is the time period will become t1 is equal to 2 pi into root over m pi. When same block is attached to the spring constant k. So what will get answer? 1 by root 2 into 2 pi into root over m by k, which is nothing but t1 value is t by root. Okay now? What is t1? When one spring is connected to the same block. So what is the second question they are asking is, if the mass is suspended simultaneously, means now two springs, so first spring constant 2k, second one also 2k, connected simultaneously, means series for the same block. When they connected in series, what is the formula for 1 by ks? 1 by ks value is equal to 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2. K1 value is 2k, k2 also 2k. So what will get the answer for 1 by ks? 1 by ks value is equal to 2 by 2k. 2 to cancel. Ks is equal to k. When ks is equal to k, what happened to t2? 2 pi into root over m by k only. Ks, which is 2 pi into root over m by ks value k, which is nothing but t. So what is the answer? For the first question, answer is time period t1 is equal to t by root 2. For the second question, answer is time period t2 is equal to t1. First question, when cutted one spring is connected to the block. Second question, when two blocks are connected, when two springs are connected simultaneously. Are you getting now? This is question number 40. Next, question number 44. So what is this question is, a pan with a certain weight is attached to a spring. The period of vertical oscillation is found to be 0.5 seconds. If 0.5 seconds. If some load, some weight is added in the pan, the time period will become 0.6 seconds. So what is the additional distance through which spring will be stretched? This is spring balance attached to one pan. Now elongation value directly proportional to load, that you know. What is spring balance time period formula? 2 pi into root over m by t, which can be also written as 2 pi into root over x divided by g, where x is the elongation. What is x value? X value is equal to elongation. Why I can write m by k is equal to x by g means, since whenever spring is suspended by a pan, so f value is equal to mg, f is equal to kx, kx is equal to mg. From this, x divided by g is equal to m by k. Can I write that? Now I can use the relation 2 pi into root over x divided by g. Can I call the first term x1? So squaring t square is equal to 4 pi square into x1 by g. What is the value of x1? x1 value is equal to t square into g by how much? 4 into pi square. So x1 value, t square value 0.5 whole square into g value 9.8 by 4, pi square value 9.87. Approximately, can I cancel these both? So x1 value will become, can I write 25 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So 25 divided by 400. This is the elongation initially. Now finally, what is the time period of T2? T2 is equal to 2 pi into root over x2 divided by g. From this x2 value, T2 square into g by 4 into pi square. So what will get x2? T2 square value 0.6 whole square into g value 9.8 by 4 into, so pi square value 9.87. Approximately cancel. So what is x2? 36 divided by 400. Actually, first time they put some load. Elongation is x1. Second time they put a more load. Elongation is x2. Now they are asking what is the additional load connected. Because what is the elongation? Because of the additional load. If I want to calculate elongation, so elongation is given by elongation, additional elongation. Additional elongation is equal to x2 minus x1, which is 36 by 400 minus 25 by 400. So what I get answer is given by 11 divided by 4 meters. So first option. Okay na? This is question number 44. Next. After question number 44, so question number 50. Question number 50. So what is this question number 50? The time period of a mass loaded spring is t. If 20% of its turns are cut and removed, now same mass is attached, the remaining spring will be oscillated with a time period. Initially, one spring or spring constant K block is connected. Spring having some spirals will be there. The time period is given by t, 2 pi into root over, which one I can write? So m divided by t. Okay? So time period value inversely proportional to root k. Correct? Now they are telling 20% of the turns are cutted and 20% of the turns are cutted, then what happened to length will be decreased. But we know that spring constant value inversely proportional to length. Correct? And so spring constant value inversely proportional to this one it is inversely proportional to even time period value inversely proportional to root k. From this I can write t value inversely proportional to directly proportional to root l. Can I write a time period value? So directly proportional to which one? Root to l. Then what can I write? T2 by T1 is equal to root over L2 by L1. L2 is the final length after cutting. If I take initial length value 100, final length value 20% less than, so that is of 80. 0 0 cancel. 2 table. 2 4s are 2 5s. So what will get T2 by T1? T2 by T1 value is equal to 2 divided by root 5. Otherwise T2 is equal to 2 into capital T divided by root 5. Question understood? Why I written this relations okay na? K inversely proportional to L, T inversely proportional to root K. Even directly also I can write. This m by K value can be also written as 2 pi into root over L divided by K. Then directly T directly proportional to root L. T2 by T1 is equal to L2 by L. Initially if I take length value 100, so final length value 80. So 100 by 80 by 100. Okay now? So last question of this class. Question number 60. In this model already is solved. A particle executing SHL has a maximum speed 30 centimeters per second. The maximum acceleration also given. Asking us to calculate the time frame. Question number 60. So what is Vmax? Vmax formula omega into E is given it as 30 centimeters per second. Next Amax formula omega square into E. Given it as 60 centimeter per second. So what is A max by B max is equal to? So omega square into A by omega into E will be equal to 60 divided by 30. So 31s are 32s. Omega A and omega A cancel. What is omega? Is 2. Omega value 2 by capital T is equal to 2. 2 to cancel. So what is T value? Pi seconds. It is not P, this is pi seconds. First touch. Okay na? So this is question number 16 and this is about the level 3 questions of oscillations. Okay? So that is about oscillations. Then what is the last chapter left for us in first year syllabus is the units and dimensions. Okay? The next class, so we will start that units and dimensions chapter. Okay, so thank you.